Honestly, I get asked so much, like, did I ever have like this big epiphany before I went into the coaching industry? But it's funny how before I started formally coaching, I didn't even know about life coaching as a career.
Right.
I mean, I was always asked by others because I've made a lot of bold moves in my life, and people are like, "Oh, Lucy, you're so positive. How do you do this? How are you so positive?" Like, I moved to a foreign country
Mhm.
for about 15 years, and people's like, you don't have any support there. You don't have friends, you don't have relatives there, and how do you do it? And I realized I had this natural superpower to turn any negatives into positives. So when I found out about life coaching, I'm like, wow, this is something that I can do, because back in the days when I grew up, that was something only available to the celebrities. And even
Mhm.
just last year, when I was telling my friend, about what I was doing, she was like, "Isn't life coaching for celebrities?" Like, because, if we didn't grow up seeing our parents having help from, a life coach, you wouldn't resort to that. And, people think of therapists, right? Like, I don't have a problem. I don't have any problem. I don't need a therapist. And
Right.
people's like, I'm not a celebrity. I can't afford a life coach, right? These are the kind of thoughts that we grew up with.
Right.
So it's changing though. Now I'm so glad there are more life coaches, obviously, and people are aware of the abilities of reaching your goals faster if you have a coach to guide you,
Right.
right? So I personally transformed my own life from feeling overstressed, unhappy, and unhealthy at one point in my life to now living a true joyful and fulfilled and very mindful life. And I love to help other women to make that kind of life transformations.
Right. Right. I think of a life coach as being somebody like you wouldn't get in your car and head out on vacation without a roadmap. You wouldn't, whether it's, now we use, our phones, right? We use the Google, the Map Quest or whatever it is app to help guide us from point A to point B. I'm sure when you moved to a foreign country, there were things that you looked up to, to figure out how to meld in. A life coach, wouldn't you kind of say, is the same kind of thing? This is your person to help you navigate from point A to point B.
Yeah, absolutely. We're all about going from point A to point B and then point B to point C, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're just looking at your destination point zebra, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm never getting there. I will
Right.
never reach my goals. Forget it. I'm just going to stay here at point A where I'm comfortable and I'm fine here. And then you're going to complain that you never had point Z.
Right. 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 So talk to us about exactly what is a life coach, because we know what the misperception is, but what does a life coach? What are their kind of, this is what we're going to do. This is how I can help you.
Honestly, people think life coaches have all the answers. And the answer is no. True life coaches ask you the right questions.
Mm.
You have all the wisdom within you, right? Your well of wisdom is there. But you see, this well might be in the forest and it's all covered by bushes. And you're in this forest walking around looking for your well, and you can't really find your wisdom. But with asking the questions, each question that your coach asks you, it's kind of like, picking through the branches and you're like, whoa, there's my well. And then you see the answer.
Mhm.
And a coach holds you accountable for your actions so that you can keep the momentum up.